Hi, today in my movie I will show you how to do this extremely easy slouchy hat. It's very nice, very warm, and yeah, he has to be on every movie, definitely. Okay, so it's really simple. You will do it like in an hour or two. Okay, so let's start. Shiro! What I will need to do this hat will be yarn, of course. I will show you in a moment which one. I will work on a hook 4 millimeters. I will also need scissors and a needle at the end of my work. So trust me, it's really easy. Okay, so let's start. To make my hat, I will use these two skeins of yarn Drops Merino Extra Fine mix. It's great because it's 100 wool and it's very soft, very easy to work on, and it has no smell, which is not always standard with 100 wool yarn. I will work today on color 4, which is actually like medium gray. I will start doing my hat with chain 55. And one thing, if you want your hat to be longer or shorter, you can make your chain longer or shorter, because chain is length of your hat. So I'm doing 55. Okay, I have my chain 55 done already, and I'm starting first row. We'll be doing first row only with double crochet. So I skip first and second chain, and in chain 3 I made my double crochet. So I grab the yarn over the hook and I put the hook under 2 loops over 1 loop, grab the yarn, pull through chain, and I have 3 loops on my hook, and then I grab the yarn, pull through 2 loops, and I have 2 loops, and I grab the yarn again and pull through these 2 loops, and I have my first double crochet done. In another chain I also do double crochet. So under 2 loops over 1 loop, and I grab the yarn and grab again and pull through 2, and grab again and pull through 2, and in every next chain I do double crochet, and this will be my first row of my hat. So it's easy, right? Generally this pattern is really easy, so if you're a beginner, trust me, you will do great hat. So just continue like this, and let's meet at the end of the row. Okay, I'm almost at the end of row 1, so I have only 2 double crochet to be done. 1, and the last one I'm doing like before the knot. So this is my last chain where I'm doing double crochet. Okay, and I have my first row done. I'm starting my second row with chain 2, I turn, and I have my chain 2 directly over my last double crochet from row 1. Actually it's like my double crochet here. So I'm making my next double crochet from first row. So actually I'm doing my second double crochet in row 2 directly above this double crochet from row 1, but not under 2 loops, only under back loop. Right? And again over third double crochet from row 1, under back loop only, I do double crochet once I grab the yarn. Great. And again over 4th double crochet from row 1, I do my double crochet, but only under back loop. And I do this row exactly like this, so only double crochet, but only under back loop, not under 2 loops like standard double crochet. So continue like this and we'll meet at the end of the row. Okay, I'm almost at the end of 2nd row and I have 2 double crochet left to do double crochet over them. And I have my chain 2, which was beginning of my work, which actually I treat like double crochet as well. So I have 3 double crochet to be done in this row, and I do one of them under back loop, second under back loop, and third one I do in chain. And in this chain you have as well back loop, and I do last double crochet in row 2. Okay, and I have my 2nd row done. I'm beginning row 3, which will be done exactly like row 2, chain 2, turn, and again I have chain 2, which is like double crochet. It's made directly over double crochet from 2nd row. So I do again next double crochet over 2nd one, but only under back loop. And I do again exactly the same way row 3 and every next row for this hat. And I will do now 40 rows exactly the same way. It will be hat for me, and if you want bigger hat like for you men, I think that good size will be to do chain 60 at the beginning and 45 rows of double crochet under back loop. It will be bigger, but of course you have to measure it. So just proceed with doing only double crochet, but always under back loop. And let's meet after you will do your number of rows. I will do 40 rows. Okay, I have my 40 rows done. What I will do next, I will join these 2 edges together. Okay, on this side where I have my last loop done, I have everywhere on top 2 loops, because there were my double crochet. And on the 2nd edge I have on top only 1 loop because it was our chain from the beginning of our work. And what I will do now, okay, I finished my last row here on this side and I have my hook in the loop. And on this side, at the end, I have everywhere 2 loops because it was end of our double crochet. On the other side, on the other edge, I have only 1 loop on top because it was our chain from the beginning of our work. So what I will do now, I have my loop from one edge on my hook, and I put the hook in the loop from the 2nd edge in like chain 1. I grab the yarn, pull through this 1 loop, and again pull through this 1 loop here, and I have my first slip stitch done. Now I put the hook under 2 yarns from one edge, under 1 yarn from 2nd edge, grab the yarn and pull through this 1, pull through this 2, and pull through the loop I had on my hook. And again under 2 loops, under 1 loop, grab the yarn, pull through 1, pull through 2, and pull through the loop I have on my hook. And exactly this way I join these 2 edges together to like close my hat. So just continue like this until you will join all the hat. So until the end of the row. And we will just close the hat on the top. All the time slip stitches. Okay, I have done all the row with the slip stitches and I joined two edges together already. So last thing I will have to do will be sewing the top part of the hat with the needle, with the yarn. And I will show you one more thing which will help you maybe in future, because we see here that the yarn is like a little bit too maybe thick for this needle. So what I'm doing in this situation like this, I take something like this, for example, or just dental floss or anything, and I put it through the needle and again, and I have a loop here, and into this loop I just put the yarn and I pull dental floss or anything I have, and I have my yarn already in the needle. Okay, so what I will do now, I will sew the top part and tighten it at the end. So I will have, of course, my final shape of the hat, right? So I'm doing it all the time on the left side because I was joining these parts, having my hat on the left side, and it will be our right side. But it doesn't matter because they are both the same. But if you had any threads outside, or I don't know, any knots, you can always hide them, like choosing this part as your left side. And I put it inside this last loop. I tighten it and I just sew like randomly. It's not important where exactly you put the needle. Just do it all the way around. And it will be actually all. And our hat will be completely done. We'll meet at the end of the round. Okay, I'm finishing sewing the top of my hat, and I will tighten it in a moment. We started here, right? Because we joined the two edges here. Okay. So what I'm doing now, I just tighten the yarn, right? And I have to like secure the top, and also to hide the yarn at the end. By the way, I saw that I made mistake in counting because I did not 40 but 39 rows. And what is actually the result? If we would end at 40, we would have this yarn from the beginning of our work here, and we could actually connect it with this yarn, and that's it. But it's not important if you did more or less 40, you always can finish it like this. So don't worry. We are all the time on the left side of the hat. And I guess that's it. So we just cut the yarn, and I will just attach the label. I turn it on the right side. What I will do, I will also hide this one yarn, which I would connect with that one on the top, but it's not important. I can hide it here in my hat. I'm attaching my label, and my hat is ready. So if you like the movie, please click like under the movie. It will be great if you will subscribe my channel as well. If you have any comments, if you've missed anything in the movie, also let me know. I will try to fix it in next movies. So that is all hat. I will just, as I mentioned, hide this yarn inside, and it's really, really nice with this yarn because it's very, very soft and it's really warm because it's 100 merino wool. So enjoy your day and see you later in next movies.